So one of my favorite things, right, because I'm going to get right into the video. One of my favorite things about consistency is that, for me personally, is that making the best life decisions every day, right? When you make the best decisions every day, that can help you be consistent every day, right? Because we got to understand that not every day the same, right? You're going to have some days where your 100% is your 50% that day, or your 80% is the 100% that day, right? So just because you're not in the mood doesn't mean don't do no work at all. Just because, let's just say, just in case on a Monday you have 2 hours and on Wednesday you only have 45 minutes, doesn't mean don't do the work at all, right? Because maybe the best you could give that day is 30 minutes of work compared to another day, right? Okay, for example, let's just say one day you have to work more hours. Or let's say one day you have to stay longer after school. One day you have sports practice. One day you have to coach. Or one day, just always something. So days look different, right? So some days you only can have 20 minutes, oh my God, I forgot one, Matt. So some days you might only have 20 minutes, you get what I'm saying, to do what you need to do. And some other days you might have, other days you might have 2 hours, right? And those 20 minutes add up. You got to think about it, right? The small things add up, right? So think about it, right? If you put the work in every day, if you give your best every day, you make the best decisions every day, why can't you not be consistent, right? Why can't you not be the best version of yourself? Because for me personally, right, I set a timer every day when I go in the gym. I don't want to be lifting weights for no more than an hour, right? So I go in there as soon as I get all warmed up, right, and ready to go, I start my timer for an hour, right? Then it's like, okay, when I'm at an hour, I know it's time to get out the gym. So I put my phone down. I'm like, okay, I'm not finna text nobody for this hour. I'm not finna answer no phone calls, no research, no nothing. I'm about to lock in for this hour and just lift weights. And I feel like maybe you could have that mindset going into the gym, right? Because I see people going to the gym. I'm not saying nothing wrong with socialize. I see people go in the gym, they socialize the whole time they in there. Next thing you know, you talk for 30 minutes. Next thing you know, extra 30 minutes went by. Now you're like, man, you just wasted so much time. But when you be attentional to what you're doing, right, it has more time, right? Because, for example, on a Monday, I went to the gym 4 o'clock in the morning. Today, I went at 3. But I still went, right? Because that's me being consistent, right? So I'm like, okay, the best I could do today is like, okay, I couldn't go to the gym 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning because I went to sleep around 9 o'clock last night. But today, I'm able to go to the gym after school, and maybe tomorrow I could go to the gym early in the morning, right? And not even just a gym, right? Because I like to study, right? So when I study, I want to study to work on my craft. So part of that, some days I might have 3 hours of study. Some other days I might have an hour. But that hour I do got, I'm going to give it all I have. And I think you should have that mindset no matter what you do. Literally, right? No matter if you got 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, right? Be the best you could be that day, right? No matter what you do, go into it with intentions. I'm like, okay, I know if I stay consistent, no matter what challenges life throw me. Because we gotta understand, right? For most of the time, no 2 days don't really look the same. Every day have its own challenges. Every day have its own battles, right? So you'll get mad and give up because things didn't go as planned that day. No, you gotta reevaluate. You gotta readjust. You gotta constantly be reevaluating. You gotta be constantly readjusting. Because if you want every day to be the same, I'm sorry to tell you, but you're gonna have a hard life. You gotta be someone that can bounce back. You gotta be someone that can readjust. You gotta be someone that can make game plans, game-changing game plans, right? Because that's what's gonna help you be consistent. What I like to do is I have an idea of what I want to do the next day, but I'm gonna see what's happening when I wake up in the morning. Because let's just say you have your whole day planned out. Let's say your car break down. Let's say a family member needs you for an hour, right? That, for example, right? A goal of mine is I want to go to the gym 4 to 5 times a week. So let's just, 2 days upper body, 2 days lower body, and 1 day while I do, work on small muscle groups that I want to grow, right? So there be weeks where my schedule is just chaotic, so I can only go to the gym 4 days. There's weeks where I can actually go 5, right? But all I really care about, as long as I'm consistently at least hitting the body part 2 times a week. You get what I'm saying? Think about it, right? Make it as simple as possible for yourself. For example, last week, I went to the gym on Monday, but Tuesday and Wednesday, right, I had car problems, so I was working on getting my car fixed both days. And one day I had to stay longer after track practice and stuff, right? Because we had track trials. But guess what? I'm like, okay, I didn't get to go to the gym this Tuesday and Wednesday, but, but I was able to go that Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, right? That's my 4 days that week. You get what I'm saying? Then this week so far, I was able to go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I'm gonna go Thursday. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Not every week looks the same. Every week have its own battles. So be someone that can be okay with making readjustments. Just because you're upset doesn't mean give up. Cause you gotta think about it. Emotions is short term, right? But putting that work in can last you a lifetime. I never met no one, right, that regret putting the work in. And they seen the results for it. I never heard no one say, "Oh, I regret getting these results I work hard for." No, people usually happy with the results they get. Imagine you be disciplined in the gym for 4 years. Imagine you being disciplined with bench press, back squat, front squat, you know what I'm saying, split squats. You being consistent with shoulder raises, you know what I'm saying. You being consistent with shoulder press. You being consistent with trap exercises, right? Trap workouts. And you get, you know what I'm saying, then that body part grow. You get bigger arms, you get bigger chest, you get bigger traps, you get bigger legs. And you like, man, over the years I put the work and I finally got the results from it. How can you not be happy with that? But if you want to see those results, you have to be consistent. You might do have a day where you can only go to the gym for 30 minutes. And that's okay, as long as you still get in there, do what you need to do, and get out. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. If you're in a relationship, every date probably not every day go look the same. You gonna have some dates where y'all only got an hour. Y'all, that's it. Y'all gonna have some dates where y'all have more hours, right? You might have a day where y'all have to rush it. You know what I'm saying? I say y'all got a date schedule, but plans change, so you have to come up with a different day. You gonna give up, you gonna throw a temper tantrum and say, "Oh, you know what? Fine, we ain't going out no more tonight." No, you could make a readjustment and plan something else for the date, right? So y'all had an outside date, but the weather ended up being bad. You like, okay, you know what? We could go do this instead. You get what I'm saying? Because every day is a different day. For a relationship, right? For your personal life, for your career. You know what I'm saying? Because every job I had, we had days where some days was more busy than others. Or we had some days that wasn't that busy. But just because you have busier days doesn't mean you put in less work. Just because you have less, just because you have days when not as busy doesn't mean you just slack off the whole time. You know what I'm saying? One thing that I learned at a young age was that from people I work with, they said, if you're not busy, find something to do. Be productive, right? So if you got an extra minutes of downtime on your hand, be productive. I'm not saying you can't ever enjoy yourself doing the things that you enjoy doing, but it's like, be consistent, right? And once you get done with everything you need to get done with, then you have time, to play around, slack out, do whatever you want to do. But get your priorities out the way first. Because if your priorities not taking care of you slacking off, then one day you're going to regret it. One day you're going to be like, man, I wish I would have took it more serious. Man, I wish I would have done what I needed to do. But guess what? You didn't, though. You can't get time back. That's one day when time gone, you can't get it back. So that's why you got to be consistent every day, right? I don't care if life only give you an hour. Be thankful for that hour you have to still do what you need to do. Because if you take advantage of that hour, that extra hour every week, and someone else not, you're going to be ahead of them. You're going to have way more knowledge than them. You gain way more skills than them. You're just an overall better person than them because they neglect putting the work in. And you oh my God. And you continue to put the work in no matter what happened. But yeah, before I close the video, right, the point of this video is to explain that make every day a better day, right? Make every day a great day. Understand that each day have its own battles, right? Each day have its own life lessons. So going into the mindset every day, I'm going to make this day the best day I possibly can make it. If you go to the day with that mindset, you already on a good path to having a successful day. Stack up successful days, because the successful days you stack up can help you get somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for many more videos to come. I'm out. Peace.